Of all the human species who have walked the earth, it is perhaps the Neanderthals that people are most fascinated by.
That's the plaqueboymaxes. That's the plaqueboymaxes, gang.
Their likeness and close relationship to us has even led some to dub them as our sister species, and even their DNA can still be found within most of us to this day. While dates aren't clear, it is thought that this group of archaic humans inhabited parts of Eurasia between 400,000 and 40,000 years ago. Most of this time falls under the Eurasia.
You trying to tell me this ain't Maxwell Dent predecessors? You trying to tell me this ain't no Maxwell Dent predecessor? Tell me that's not. This is Maxwell Dent and Trainwreck's TV builds right here. They got the same ancestry. Bone structure, skeletals, all that shit.
Between 400,000 and 40,000 years ago. Most of this time falls under the Chibanian stage of the Pleistocene, a time when Eurasia was generally even colder than it is today, and filled with an abundance of megafauna that made life
Oh my god, I would tame a fucking mammoth. I would tame a mammoth in a saber tooth. That'd be my comp.
no walk in the park. Therefore, to survive and thrive in harsh conditions, Neanderthals evolved some of the most insane biology seen in any Homo species. And if alive today, some would most likely even consider them to be superhuman in a few senses.
What the f is
Far,
that?
their anatomical differences to us would not be so obvious.
He literally got max cheekbones, bruh. And jawline. And forehead. Bruh, gang!
With the likeliest contrasting feature being their height, as recovered specimens show that on average, Neanderthals were quite a bit smaller than modern humans.
Read between the lines, chat. They're defining max.
Typically being 14 centimeters or 5.
Max is a half-inch taller than that, gang.
0.5 inches shorter than post-World War II
or
populations.
around that height. Without the that nigga wear boots all the time, so niggas really think this nigga like 5'7" or some shit.
The tallest known Neanderthal specimen, dubbed Amud 1, is believed to have
TK is tall. Let me just tell you something. TK is taller than Max, and TK is barely 5'7". I'll say TK is like 6.9 or some shit.
been about 1.78 meters or 5 foot 10 inches tall, which really doesn't seem that tall, all things considered. However, when comparing Neanderthals to European populations of 20,000 years ago, we find that Neanderthals were actually equally as tall and if not slightly taller.
Built like one, just like these two. Max's hair goes all the way up here, and then his butt is kind of bare on the sides, and then he just got it in his crack. He had Max.
So that's really all to say that we don't know how tall they could have been. What's fascinating though, is that despite being shorter than modern humans,
How you know, bro? Nigga, y'all know he showed me his butthole before, bro. When I was streaming in that Miami house, gang. He bent over and showed me his booty hole, gang. Twice. He said, no, I just mooned you. Nigga, I saw your booty hole, nigga.
Neanderthals were quite a bit heavier, with the average male having weighed up to 83 kilograms or 183 pounds, while the females usually hovered around 66 kilograms or 146 pounds, making them 20% heavier than the average Homo sapien.
And Max is literally 180. Max is 185. Max is fitting the description perfectly. I don't know if niggas seeing it or what.
The reason behind this paradoxical sounding information is that Neanderthals had crazy robust skeletons that were much more compacted than our own, with virtually every single bone being thicker and heavier, with them sometimes even being twice the density. Their shoulders, femurs, chest, triceps, arms, and kneecaps were especially bulky, which are all signs that they were extremely powerful and muscular in life.
And that's why Max don't gotta lift a single dumbbell, barbell, or machine. He always gonna have that muscular build, bro. Niggas gotta work years consistently to keep that build up. He just wake up and he got that build, bro.
It is widely agreed upon that they were much stronger than us, a possible adaptation to their close-quarter hunting tactics that involved them using giant spears to take down medium and large-sized prey, which included various rhinos, horses, elephants, and of course, woolly mammoths.
How many Neanderthals went in against one gorilla?
Which were equivalent in size to African bush elephants, and sported thick coats of fur that made it that much harder to kill them. And speaking of African bush elephants, it's no secret that they're endangered just like their woolly cousins were before them when they were still around. As within just 3 generations, 50% of the global population of African bush elephants have died off. And while I love making videos about extinct animals, I would rather not have any more animals to be added to the list of potential videos, which is why I'm really excited to be partnering with Planet Wild. Planet Wild is basically crowdfunding for nature conservation, and it operates by offering a partner every month. One such project that hooked me, Tanzania's elephant population has declined drastically. Use of these spears is also
the most replayed spot is right here to skip the fucking ad. The most replayed spot is right here.
So what some researchers partially believe led to the distinct Popeye-like arms seen in many Neanderthal specimens that would have allowed them to presumably lifelong use of these spears is also what some researchers partially believe led to the distinct Popeye-like arms seen in many Neanderthal specimens that would have allowed them to wield weapons with ferocious intensity.
Dabble.
The well-defined nature of their arms and overall muscular build was possibly also a sign of extreme levels of hormones, according to at least one study. Specifically, the researchers believe that Neanderthals were naturally pumped up with large amounts of hormones that added to their increased muscle mass and provided them with the ability to pull off some pretty crazy feats of strength.
Do you think Tortas descended from Neanderthals or nah? Or is that region? Max for sure is. Trainwrecks for sure is. What about Torta? The only reason why I'm saying she might not be is because she's a little tall, right? How tall is Torta? She like 5'6" or 5'7"? You dissing your... Hold on. Pause. I gotta make sure none of my dumbass pages posted that. Hold on. Because I know y'all niggas be. I know how y'all niggas be, bro. Hold on. Don't piss me off, gang. Let's check rage updates first. Rage updates. He never tweets shit. Why am I checking his shit? Let's see. Daily plug. Yourrage vs Sakai. Yourrage couldn't catch up. OKC. Yourrage compliments. We're gonna have to talk your daily plug, bro. You be getting on my nerves, because why the fuck did you put that video of me jumping like Luffy on the timeline, bro?
Such as lugging up to 50 pounds or 27 kilograms of meat for 30 miles or 48 kilometers. The same distance.
Whoa! We have R&B. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked today. We're actually cooked.
As walking 138 laps around a soccer field. What's more is that thanks to their larger chests, shoulders, and triceps, scientists assume that Neanderthals would have been pretty great wrestlers and powerlifters if still around, with males possibly being able to bench press 500 pounds or 200 kilograms without training, while the females could have done 350 pounds or 160 kilos.
What the fuck? Huh?
For a little bit of context, just 2/3 of this weight would have been considered elite levels by our own standard. Their short, bulky builds played a big role in this strength too, but it wasn't only power that they gained from their robustness, as it bestowed upon them incredible durability as well. A nice touch to
What the fuck you need her for, bro? Hey, Rage, will you watch true crime, please? It's been a while. A girl that could beat my ass, that's hot. Breeding athletes. You know what we could do?